the financial analysts get it right, but they might make a mistake first before they change direction. So if they are right in the initial assumptions and the data is showing that they are right, they continue forward. There's nothing wrong in being wrong. There's nothing wrong in being wrong at the initial. It means things that you're not stubborn and you keep following that. You change and correct it. I used the only figure in book value that is much relevant for me as technical is the price, because the price is objective. It cannot be, but the book value can be manipulated. Anything that can be manipulated means that the source, I cannot rely on it. So I'm looking for data that I can rely on to give me the truth, and only the truth. For me, dividend yield, once they announce they will pay that dividend, they must pay. They cannot change it. That's why there is a board, how do you call it, GMA, AGM. Once that AGM of how many millions come together, there is no play. There is no play to it. There is no play to it. You're welcome. Now, let's go to another interesting group of indicators that we use in trending and timing the market. These are the indicators that we get from Sanusi, our big boss Sanusi. I would like to call them microeconomic indicators, ME indicators. Now, ME indicators are a lot, but the only ME indicator that I know in Nigeria that is very, very concurrent and reliable and you can get easily is what I call the money supply in Nigeria. But in the money supply there are a lot of variations, and I prefer to use what we call the M2. Now, there's something you people should know. Our stock market, it might not be very in depth, but our stock market is still in front of our economy. And according to statistics, is between 6 and 12. So if our market starts falling now, you know that something is going to happen soon. So the statistics shows that it's between 6 and 12. That's the global statistics. Now, in being able to trend this market for 6 to 12 months, I have chosen the money supply. That's the money in the market, the cash flow in the market. Cash is king. You've heard of this before. So anybody that has cash can always buy what he wants. Anybody that takes a loan can't always buy what he wants. Now, anybody that has debt is even finished. But anybody that has cash hidden under the pillow can buy. Now, once you have M2, I've taken this version M2. I can read you what M2 is if you want. I sometimes prefer to read from the book. You can't know everything in the head. That's my own way of thinking. Let's see, 17. I've chosen M2, and I'll give you a definition of M2 shortly. Just give me a second, please. Now, M2 is M1 plus the rest. That's the question. What's M1? That's why I didn't want to go to the definition. M1 is mainly your cash, just your cash. Anything that is pure cash, even your credit card is pure cash. Any way you can get cash immediately, any second you want it, that's M1. Then on that cash, you have to add what we call the interbank market. That's all these short-term deposits, euro, dollars, but mainly what we call NITI or T-bills. That's these are loans you give to banks. I know banks are quick cash people. So once you add the money market to the cash, that's your M2. So we're talking about anything you can grab in less than 90 days, somewhere around there. Now, but there's a problem. The cash you have today doesn't have the same value as the cash you have tomorrow or next month, because there is what? Inflation. So to be able to find the actual factor in that cash that we need to be able to use for our indicators, we have to do a kind of deflation of the money using the inflation. So the deflator is the inflation value. So through that association, we get what we call purchasing power, which is actually the real value of money. What can you buy with that money? That's the real value. Because what you might be able to buy today might not be what you might be able to buy tomorrow. So this is where I will define it. The money supply, using its derivative, I've used the derivative of M2, real money supply, which is called real money supply. And you can get that by dividing your M2